A work meeting that ends with bullets flying in a California quarry. A birthday celebration goes horribly wrong. A tearful welcome home for Amanda Knox.
What's important for me to say is just thank you to everyone who's believed in me.
Where the snow and dust are really flying. And a hungry Muppet to shed light on a big problem. Your independent news network starts right now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Mickle. Welcome to INN News. We begin with a major crime spree from one man near San Jose, California. Police say it began at a rock quarry where he worked. They say 43-year-old Sharif Allman walked into the weekly safety meeting and shot at fellow workers. 2 died, possibly 6 others were hurt. Police say the man ran off, then tried to carjack a woman, shooting her. Police are still searching for him. Schools in that area were placed on lockdown. A tourist celebrating her 40th birthday with a helicopter ride died after it crashed in New York's East River. She was one of 5 on board at the time, including her parents, a friend, and the pilot. The woman became trapped in the chopper as it sank into the river. The other passengers clung to the skids of the overturned chopper. They were rescued. At least 2 survivors, though, are listed in critical condition. No word yet on why that helicopter went down. A desperate search is underway in Missouri for a baby taken from her Kansas City home. 10-month-old Lisa Irwin was last seen late Monday night sleeping in her crib. Police believe she was kidnapped, but say right now they don't have many leads in the case.
The only thing that we know absolutely is that there should have been a 10-month-old in that house, and there isn't, and we're doing everything we can to find the child.
Police say the little girl's parents are cooperating with them and are not considered suspects. Amanda Knox woke up in her own bed today for the first time in 4 years. She and her family arrived in Seattle, Washington yesterday. A crowd was waiting at the airport and cheered as a tearful Knox and her parents thanked the people who helped her gain her freedom.
What's important for me to say is just thank you to everyone who's believed in me, who's defended me, who's supported my family. My family's the most important thing to me right now, and I just want to go and be with them. So thank you for being there for me.
This has been a very long 4 years, but we couldn't have made it through it without all you people out here that have supported us.
All I can say is, again, thank you. It's because of the letters and the calls and the just amazing support that we've received from people all over the world.
Knox spent 4 years behind bars after being arrested for killing her roommate in Italy. A jury acquitted the 24-year-old on Monday after she appealed her murder conviction. In Your Vote 2012, Rick Perry is raking in the cash in his bid for the Republican presidential nomination. The Texas governor has raised $17 million in his first 7 weeks of campaigning. Perry announced his bid for the White House on August 13th. He's fallen in polls recently after some shaky debate performances. President Barack Obama has signed legislation to keep the federal government running for another 6 weeks. The measure was part of an agreement reached by congressional Democrats and Republicans late last month that averted a government shutdown at the end of the fiscal year on September 30th. The law provides funding for government operations through November 18th. Congress is getting a lot more mail from you. A new report shows D.C. lawmakers have received 200 to 1,000% more mail in the last decade. That's the biggest hike ever. The biggest reasons? The economic stimulus plan and health care reform. Time for global news now. A coal mine accident in southwestern China has left 17 dead. 3 of the miners had escaped but later died of their injuries. A total of 14 bodies were recovered from the mine. The China news agency says the cause of the coal and gas outburst is under investigation. A fire broke out at the residence of the British High Commission to Canada. The fire was located in the attic of the historic building. Crews worked quickly to get that blaze under control. No one was hurt. The building is considered an important site in Canadian history. Centuries ago, sailors relied on the stars to help them travel the world. Now a futuristic vessel is harnessing the power of the sun. This catamaran, made in Germany, seen here in Hong Kong, is powered by 537 square meters of solar panels. On a sunny day, they produce an average of 94 kilowatts of power, the equivalent to 127 horsepower. It cost $26 million to build. Back in China, the holiday Golden Week is living up to its name. There's been a gold rush at jewelry stores across Shanghai as shoppers look for a quick return on their money. The price of gold has dropped significantly since last month, around 16% in fact. And that's your global news now. Well, money problems are leading to another problem between spouses: secrets. Plus, automakers well on the road to recovery. Ryan Bass has that in tonight's Back to Business.
September was a good month for U.S. automakers. Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler all saw big sales increases. Some of the biggest gains came from SUVs and compact cars, or buyers who've been putting off buying a new vehicle finally re-entered the market. Toyota and Honda sales were down, though, as the Japanese automakers continue to recover from February's earthquake and tsunami. Meanwhile, Ford plans to add more than 5,700 new jobs. It's part of a contract deal with the United Auto Workers Union. Ford will also pay its 6 factory workers a $6,000 signing bonus.
With my money! It's a lot easier to spend, but it isn't make it, honey bun!
No couple wants to fight over money, and that has some spouses being sneaky when it comes to money troubles. A new survey shows nearly a quarter of Americans would hide these problems from their spouses. 9% say they do it to keep them from being worried. 7% say they don't want money troubles to damage their marriage or cause fights. For your Back to Business, I'm Ryan Bass.
The anticipated release of the iPhone 5 is instead the iPhone 4S.
I'm really pleased to tell you today all about the brand new iPhone 4S.
The 4S is a faster version of the smartphone. It can take voice commands and translate speech into text. It also features an 8-megapixel camera with a better light sensor, a high-definition video camera, and has longer battery life. The iPhone 4S will be available on Sprint for the first time, as well as AT&T and Verizon. It goes on sale October 14th. The 16-gigabyte version costs $200. Sesame Street has a new Muppet who is hungry for more than just cookies. The iconic kids show is set to unveil a new impoverished puppet named Lily, whose family faces an ongoing struggle with hunger issues. Lily will be revealed in a 1-hour Sesame Street primetime special, Growing Hope Against Hunger. The special will star country singer Brad Paisley and his wife Kimberly Williams Paisley, as well as the Sesame Street Muppets. That special airs nationwide on Sunday. Well, are you ready for winter? Didn't think so. But one part of the country doesn't have a choice, where snow is already falling. And the summer-long floods really left their mark along the Missouri River. We'll show you some of the damage left behind. And later, a double win for a young woman who has a crown and quite a kick. Coming up on INN.